guys, I am here today just to kind of share with you guys what my goals were for 2016 and possibly share with you guys my goals for 2017. Okay, so like I said, I don't like in the post I explain or write out that I don't like to make resolutions. I like to make goals for myself. Okay, for myself. I don't know how that came out, but anyway, I just want to kind of give you guys an update on what I wrote for 2016 and how that went. Okay, so I wrote out 5 goals for myself, and here are the areas. And so basically, here's how I did it. So each of the 5 goals that I made, I wrote my goal and how I was gonna execute that goal. Okay, and so one of them was basically having a closer walk with God. And I explained how was I going to do that in 2016 was I was taking a Bible college class, and that was one of the ways that I wanted to do. I wanted to get more of a closer relationship with God. And I also said commit to doing a devotional every day. Now, I did that, and it wasn't every day, but it was most days. And since moving, I slacked off terribly, basically towards the end of the year. When we moved, I slacked off terribly. So my goal is to get back into having devotional every day. So my number 2 goal was me, myself, and I was basically commit to really being intentional and taking care of myself. And how I was going to do that was actually not just making appointments for just my kids, but actually myself. And then I was doing Trim Healthy Mama at the time as well. And so with that, I did excellent in that area. I was up on all of my appointments. I was very healthy again up until we moved, and then that's when you guys had watched my last video when I talked about how I gained so much weight. I'm almost 200 pounds now, and so yes, that I did okay in that area. But at the same time, I was up on all of my self-care tips. I took care of all of my doctor's appointments and everything. So I am a-okay in that area. And then with my health, I need to work on that as well. So my 3rd goal was commit to my marriage, staying a little bit more intentional on my marriage. And that is another thing that I was also working on. One of the things I hold on was to one of the scriptures was 1 Peter 3:1-2, which was the Amplified version, and then reading more marriage books, and just still allowing God to be in my marriage. That was how I was going to do that in committing to my marriage. And so those were the steps on how I was going to do that in my marriage. I did not read a lot of books on marriage. One of the books that I did read was I believe it was the 5 love languages for the military. And so I'll do a review on that. But that was one of the things that I was working on. Yes, baby. I'm tired. Okay, it's okay. Go get some water. So that was one of the things that I worked on when it came to my marriage. The 4th was teaching my children the Word of God. Now, last year, or in 2006, I was very much intentional on doing devotional with my children. And look, you see all my kids in the background. They looking at what I'm doing. So, but yes. Sorry. Yes, I was wanting to... Okay, go ahead. I was wanting to be more intentional in teaching my kids the Word of God. And again, I was very intentional in doing that until it was time for us to move. That's when it kind of slacked off. So it was like a lot of things that I was kind of being consistent in. It slacked off when it was time for me to move. So again, I did good in that area until we moved. So the 5th was actually staying committed and staying faithful at my church. There was a lot of things that I was a part of, and I wasn't as committed to it. But when I made that goal in January, that was one thing I wanted to do, was stay faithful in the areas that God was calling me into in the church. And so I did that. And I am very thankful, so thankful and grateful that God really showed me how to do that, really how to be faithful. Because sometimes, sometimes when your schedule's kind of crazy and you've committed to doing certain things at the church, it can be kind of difficult. But God really gave me the strength. He gave me the strategy to really get through those times. And I really wanted to be faithful and committed to what He had called me at this church. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm actually really proud of myself to really sticking through that. Even though I kind of slacked off on a lot of things, I would kind of give myself like maybe like an 80, 90, because I've done really well. Because most of the time, and I'm just going to be honest, that I would write it down and maybe 50 to 60% I would probably do it. But now in 2016, I was extremely intentional in being focused on God and my family. And it did, when I say family, I also mean my marriage as well. So God, my marriage, and my family was very much my intent in 2016, and I'm also going to bring that over in 2017. So it's basically the same goals for what I have for 2016. It's going to be the same for 2017. More focus on my health, more focus on a closer walk with God, staying committed to and fighting for my marriage, because for anybody, if things are going well. We have been married now going on 11 years now. And, once you said I do since day one, it was just like the enemy wants to go after your marriage since day one. And so I'm committed to fighting for my marriage, and that's what I've been doing. And so praying and really talking to God about some things, and really working on myself. That's part of being committed to my marriage. It's also working on myself. I can talk about this all day, but that's one of the things that I want to kind of share with you guys. And I'm going to be writing a blog post about this as well. And I just wanted to just share it with you guys. The 2016 one in January, I'm going to post that in the description box below and share that with you guys. And if you guys are curious about that, definitely check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know also what your plans are for 2016, so we can kind of keep each other accountable for what are your goals for 2017, so we can keep ourselves accountable. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And last thing, guys, if you find that the subscription box, look at me, I'm tongue tied. If the subscribe button is, I said subscription box. If your subscribe button is red, please press on that button and stick with us. Stay encouraged. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are looking to see more on my channel. I'm really just speaking from the heart, and that's really the only way that I could really do what I'm doing right now is speak from the heart. So thank you so much, guys, again for watching, and you guys be blessed.